All my exes live in Texas. Oh, sorry. This is awkward. This is awkward. Good afternoon or good morning. It's probably gonna be afternoon or good sometime of the day, freshmen. Hi, this is Phil Fanstill, and this is your virtual biology class. Party on, Wayne. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna make the best of this awkward situation. Who could have predicted this? I mean, besides contagion, outbreak, and me back in January. Actually, I didn't predict this. No one, this coronavirus thing, it's crazy. Okay, but we're here, or we're not here, but we're virtually here. You know, being Ben. Okay, so we're somewhere, but not in Texas. We're in Tulsa. Well, maybe you're somewhere else in Tulsa, but we're on the interwebs. It's kind of exciting if you think about it. You're living history right now, right? So it is scary. There's a lot of concern, a lot of things going on. And we're going to have some opportunities to kind of share with that, do some Zoom meetings and reflection. I want to hear from you guys. I'd love to reconnect, and it'll be different, but it can be different, better. And, you know, life is always changing. That's the one constant, is change. We're living history right now. It's kind of exciting. It's funny how in my life, seasons, you don't really know you're going through a season until you're through with that season. Then you'll look back and be like, oh, all right. I remember 9/11, September 11th, 2001. I remember I was teaching 6th grade down in Texas, and I remember that morning, somebody coming in, planes hit the buildings, and then, all right, all this, and I didn't realize it at the time, but I was living through history. Okay, well, you're living through history right now, and it's scary, and there's a lot going on, but it's also a very interesting time, so pay attention. It's kind of like riding a roller coaster in a way. Probably not the best metaphor, but it's scary, but if you close your eyes, you miss it. So pay attention. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of interesting biology, kind of scary stuff with the virus and coronavirus and all this kind of stuff, but it's something. So, I mean, we were actually talking about the coronavirus in my class back in January and kind of looking at different things. The numbers always changing, and the numbers still changing, all this. But, all right, so for safety of everyone, they didn't cancel school, but virtual school. So I'm going to tell you about how this is going to work for the remainder of the year, how we're going to be able to connect, how to share some things, do some stuff, keep learning. Because as I said in the beginning of this year, I want your life to be better because you were in my class. And I think pretty much every teacher has that kind of MO, or that modus operandi, big word there, that motive. I think most teachers have this idea, I want your life to be better because you were in my class, okay? But on the first day of school, I said that. So this is something that as a teacher, I want you to have meaningful things that you learn and experience and take away from this class. So for the rest of the year, we're going to try to continue to do that, all right? Just in a different way. All right. For instance, we've been talking about in biology, all these different things with viruses. Well, how do you best protect yourself against viruses? The best defense is actually your immune system. And we talked about that with the carbohydrates and lipids and nucleic acids and proteins, amino acids, and all this kind of stuff. Well, you need to get good nutrition. There's also, we discussed getting vitamin C, getting good rest, okay, staying hydrated, attitude, having a positive attitude, exercise. These are all things we've kind of looked over and kind of experimented with. And so you see how all these things kind of fit into preparing you to beat the coronavirus, if you're ever exposed to it, which hopefully none of us will be, but you know. But the biggest thing, the reason we're not having school and so forth, is older people, and for people that immunocompromised and so forth, to protect them. All right, so there's a lot going on here. I'm not going to get into all that today, but stay safe, stay strong, have a positive attitude. You know, there's a lot of good that can come out of this. Now, obviously it's bad, but there's good can come out of it. So it's kind of that silver lining, if you will. And we've talked about this in class as well. Miss Evans mentioned this last year, and I just love this idea. We can't control the event, right? A lot of things in life are going to happen. This coronavirus, all right? Events like this in your life and my life, events happen, obstacles, right? We can't control that. But we can control the X factor, and that's our response. So if you think about it like a math equation, you have 2x equals blank, right? So the 2 is the event. Whatever the event is, you can't control that. Like I have noises emanating from a certain part of the room. I can't control that. I can control how I respond to my first guest who's going to make an appearance here momentarily. So I can choose how I respond to my first guest, and here is my co-host for today's biology video, Introduction to Virtual Learning. All right, and want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Leah, and I hope you don't get coronavirus.
This is my daughter Leah, and she's my co-host today. So I can't control her, and that's actually, you don't want to control people. None of us like being controlled, right? But we can choose how to respond, right? So with events, we can't control events, but we can choose how we respond, and that's the X factor. So we can make things much worse, or we can actually minimize things, make things less, all right? So good things we make better. Okay, all right, you get it. So our response is so important. So here at Union, the biology teachers and all the teachers at Union Freshman Academy and the whole Union School District, but how we're responding is and so this is what this video is about. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to make lemons out of lemonade. When life hands you lemonade,
turn it back into lemons.
Yeah. Is that how that? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
okay. So we're going to make the best of this. Okay, and we're going to embrace this challenge. So this is how we're going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to our 3 kind of guiding principles with what we're doing the next 6 weeks or so is we want to make learning overwhelming. We want to introduce a lot of new terms and concepts that will utterly confound and confuse you, and we want to make it boring and redundant. Wait a second. I'm sorry. We don't want to make it's those little words. It's such a anyway. Yes, I put on the wrong page. Okay. We don't want to make it overwhelming. Yeah. See that makes more sense here. We don't want to introduce a lot of new terms and stuff, and maybe a little bit here and there, but we're going to try to really dig into the things we've already worked with, and kind of, so we don't want to frustrate, we don't want to overwhelm you or confound you, and we want to make it interesting. So the idea we're going with is we're going to give you about 5 or 6 options every week, and you'll see them on Canvas right now. Below this video, there's about 5 or 6 options. And there may be another one. I'm going to add something here soon. But you have a Zoom. I'm going to add a Zoom meeting. So you have 5 or 6 options. Now the cool thing is each week you only need to do 2. All right, just do 2 of them. And these things will take maybe 30 minutes. Okay, so they're not even super complicated, super long things. Some may take a lot less than that. Okay, but 15 to 30 minutes. We're trying to keep them interesting. We're getting into some things, some ideas, interactives on your computer, videos, and so forth. We want to make it interesting. One of the things we want to do is I want you to embrace this thing. So two assignments a week. That's all you need to do. Okay, and that will keep your grade. Actually, you should even bring your grade. Continue to bring it up. If you do more than 2. Then the additional assignments will take the place of missing work. So if you have an F or a D or a C and you want to bring it up and you're missing some work, we're not going to worry about trying to do a whole bunch of makeup work because we don't have the books, I don't have the papers, all that's locked away in the school. All right, but what you can do is you can do extra of these options, and each one you do over 2 will be additional, will take the place of this missing assignment. Okay, so this is a great opportunity to bring up those grades. I'm also going to post a link once I figure out Zoom with a Zoom meeting. We're going to try to do 2 Zoom meetings a week, so that's an option you can do. If you join a Zoom meeting and participate and at least ask one question or ask a question or make a comment during a meeting, that will be a participation grade. That's one of your 2 things a week. So that will be a good way for us to see each other, kind of connect, ask questions. If you see things going on, there's so much going on right now that if you're paying attention to this, you're going to pick up this is real world stuff. And so it's kind of a learning lab, if you will. So it's a great time to learn. Do have office hours. Right now it's going to be 11 to noon every day and then 3 to 4. On the website, they'll have my phone number. I don't have it yet, but they're gonna have it come through my computer. So while I'm disappointed I'm not going to see you again this year in the classroom, I do look forward to seeing you on Zoom, connecting with you over the next 6 weeks, and then this fall I'll see you at football games and see you around. You're always welcome to come by my class as well next year. You can swing by the 9th grade center as a big sophomore and be like, hey, I used to go to the freshman academy. Now, so but I look forward to seeing you. And I know we're going to make the best of this, and I'm going to set up some Zoom meetings like I mentioned, some phone numbers. I may try to do some more videos. I'm going to make the next one more educational. But anyway, hey, be at peace and enjoy. This is kind of crazy, but part of life is keep your eyes open while you're on the roller coaster and learn from it. And again, be aware of others around you, especially those people that are more susceptible that you can help, people in your family, people that are going. This is a rough time for a lot of people, with businesses going out, with jobs and finance. So be the help you can at your home, and I know you guys are. And again, I'm sorry that I'm not going to see you again in class this year. That was a big surprise, but I'm looking forward to connecting with you over the next few weeks, and then seeing you, at the Union next year, or at the movie theater, or the mall, or whatever. Not that I go to the mall much, but my kids take me there whenever they can. So anyway, you want to say anything else, Leah?
Goodbye, and I have a bubblegum slime.
3rd graders, right? Okay. Goodbye, Shalom.
You were once like me.
Yeah, you were. You all were. Okay. Some of you still are. ADHD. So, all right, Shalom.